Ryan, Feathers Elite Pigeon Auctions. I am sitting here with Luc Vanderplots of Belgium. He flies partners with his daughter Lisbeth. She cannot be here with us today, which is okay. You are representing very well, father-daughter team. You are, if they say Cesar Millan is the dog whisperer, I believe you are the pigeon whisperer, Luc.
I don't know. I don't know.
You're very keen and sharp in picking pigeons and looking for pigeons and improving the pigeons and bringing and cultivating your family of pigeons. How did you learn this way?
I saw my father when I was a kid. My father was very busy with the pigeons, and he still has the pigeons. Now he started after Second War in 1945. He has 77 years pigeons.
Wow. 77 years in pigeons.
Yes.
So he went through the war in the pigeons?
At the end.
At the end. And he must have had some pretty interesting stories.
Yes. I know in the first season he did not take one prize on the list. And in the second season he was the first champion in a big club.
And back in those days, in big clubs, how big was the club, would you say?
That was the club of the village. That was more than 100 finches.
Wow.
At that moment.
And what year would that have been in?
That was before 1950, yeah?
Wow. So 100 members in a club?
Yes.
And in those days, what was the number of pigeons people would send to the races?
Not so many. Most of them came with one basket. In that basket, sometimes 6 old and 6 young, but not so many. Now some finches go with 100 or more. Completely different. Completely
different. My question, because you remember that era of flying, and now you're a part of this era. You went through all the different, the rise of pigeon racing. You know, the rise, the dollars, everything coming up. Do you think back then they were better pigeon men?
I think they took care better. I think they loved the pigeons more in the early days. There were no other possibilities. Now people travel around the world. They have a lot of things to do. In that days they worked and they loved their pigeons.
So you think they're just more at home, more with the pigeons?
Yes, for sure.
It was built right into them. And
I think that, yes.
And today's, as you say, the people are traveling and they can't be home, and it's not the same.
No. Also, not so many finches anymore. The more finches, the more pleasure, I think.
Right, and it makes sense. What do you think? Do you think pigeon racing will come back up again and build back up?
I don't know, but that will be not easy.
No.
No, but depends. You can have a lot of fun at home from your pigeons with taking care every day and have a good understanding with your pigeons. That's very important, maybe more important than good results. I know champions, they are never happy because they start with the second prize, they are not happy. And another one can be happy with a simple prize when he sees pigeon he loves so much. Now everything is here.
I noticed we were looking at some of the birds, and you talked about nomination. You nominate birds. Mm-hmm. So when you go to a race, do you nominate who is going to be your first bird, your second bird, your third bird to clock?
It's a feeling, but in my pigeon sport, the top prizes are the most important, more important than the regular prizes.
So you prefer to nominate win the nomination if you can?
I prefer to win the first prize.
First prize.
Then I have a good day.
Okay. And you guys do at your club, you do nominate when you basket. This is going to be your first one.
Yes.
How close are you normally when you do this?
When you have some good pigeons, they do something. You have a lot of chance.
When you look in the loft before you go to the club,
I like very much when I send 35 pigeons, for example, and the first nominated come first.
yes.
Then I'm happy also.
Now this is my question. When you have 35 pigeons, that's a lot of pigeons to observe and look at.
Yes.
How do you make this decision? Is it just inside of you? Do you just get a feeling? How do you choose?
The results in the past are very important for the nomination, and you must open your eyes every day in the loft, or when they fly out, they show something sometimes.
So when you let the pigeons out, as it be young birds or old birds, cocks or hens, when you let your pigeons out for a loft fly, do you watch them fly?
For sure.
So you don't let them out and go in the house and watch TV?
No. It's impossible.
It's impossible. So you let the babies out in the morning, you sit and you watch and you observe.
Sometimes I work in the loft a little bit.
Okay.
When they train 1 hour, I'm not 1 hour in the chair, and afterwards I clean the loft. The first 10 minutes I need to
do your
clean
work.
that loft.
Right, but you come out, you always observe them, even if it's 10-15 minutes, you do some loft work, you come back out, you look at them, sit down for a minute, go back in.
I'm close to the pigeons, yes.
Okay, and you'll do that with the youngsters, you do that with the hens, you do that with the widowhood cocks, you're constantly observing.
Yes, I spent enough time on the pigeons.
When you're in the loft and you feed, or you feed in the boxes, or you feed on the floor?
On the floor.
Now,
Not individual.
Do you always feed in a tray?
Yes.
And when you feed them, you always watch?
Sometimes I go to the loft next, but I keep in touch with the situation. And after 10 minutes, I take the food. They had their time.
They had their time. Okay. Always observing the pigeons. How do you know when your birds are ready to go? Perfect form. What do you see in them?
You see in the loft, you see the health and the energy they show. It's important, and you see them train. Then you can feel what's possible.
Yes.
But you are not so sure. When the weather is bad, you can have big surprises also.
So you constantly observe. If you see the weekend is going to be bad weather coming, do you race the pigeons or you leave them home?
I'm not a scared type. They must fly.
They must fly. So you don't back down.
The more stress you have, the more problems come.
Right.
I think. And when they all get used, they do better.
So you prepare them for what's coming in the season, and it's time to go to work on the weekend, they have to go to work.
But all pigeon fanciers know one day you lose a good pigeon. It's included in the pigeon sport.
It's part of the game.
It's part of the game, and it's painful.
And I'm sure you've lost a lot of good pigeons.
Yes, too many.
Too many. But you're still in it. What is, you've been in the pigeons, since you were born.
Yes.
What is your favorite part about pigeon racing?
Waiting for the race, when they come home.
That's your favorite?
Yes, the pressure you feel, and then you hope and then the first pigeons come. That magic moment, there come an unexpected pigeon very early. You have the situation about friends, and then you have something. You think, wow, this is nice. That's the nicest.
That's the nicest. So out of all of the point of pigeon racing,
but it can also, everything can be nice. When you lose a pigeon and after 3 days she or he come back, also very nice.
yes,
It's like a lost friend who come back.
that's right, a lost friend. And that's how you are with your pigeons. You're a teammate. You guys are a partnership in the loft.
I'm a friend of the pigeons, yes.
Yes. And was your father the same way with the pigeons?
Yes, he did his best. But how to say, he had good results most of the times, but it became worse when my mother became sick. Serious sickness. Then he lost his energy for the pigeons.
Yes.
And the results on going down. And after 10 years she died, and his quality of pigeons was not the same anymore. He did not take care to selection enough. And his age also, but he had good results in the past, and now he loves his pigeons. But yeah, you can love the pigeons without big results also. I see now in my father's loft.
So is your father, he enjoys seeing your results?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
You guys trade birds back and forth a little bit?
He comes with the car. He lives about 15 kilometers, 10 miles from my house. He's almost 88. And on a big race, he come with his car, personal, and he watch, and he sit, and he keeps silence, not a big mouth. And yeah.
It's fun.
I think he likes.
He likes it.
Some people tell to my father, your son and granddaughter do good enough. And then he only smile, but that's enough.
That's enough, yes. So he taught you everything about pigeons?
He has not a big mouth,
no.
But he likes.
So he was your big teacher and fall in love. When you were growing up, he had the pigeons and you came into the house, you were born, you were into the pigeons. Did he give you strict rules, or how was he towards you?
We could not play too much outside with a lot of noise. He said the pigeons must sleep, keep calm. I'm the oldest one of 5 kids. We could play very good, but he wanted the silence for his pigeons.
Oh, okay.
But it's normal. He had to teach us.
And when did you first start going into the lofts with your father?
When I was 3 years, maybe.
Yeah.
And when the pigeons came home, I had the honor to ask for them to enter. Yes, that was my job.
You called the birds in?
Yes.
Oh boy. A lot of pressure, eh?
No.
But that's maybe why it's your favorite part. You remember it from a little kid?
It's pleasure.
Pleasure.
But not all the weeks are so good. You must also give the bad results a place. It's only pigeon sport.
Yes.
It's important, but I know something in life is more important. Health, family. We are not blind.
Yes.
We do our best, but it's only a pleasure.
Pleasure. And you truly love it. I know I've been here for the last couple of days, watching you in the pigeon loft, watching you interact with the pigeons. Even the way you handed me the pigeons, I could feel the gentleness, the calmness, everything in your fingers. I could feel it when you passed me the pigeons. I could see you were excited. Even right when we first came in, you pull out the 026, and it's a great picture on our page. It is a fantastic picture. You just see You see you as a little boy. You can see the smile, the excitement in your pigeons, and you really love your family of pigeons.
Yes, I like them.
And you're always trying to improve. When when you're making selection to improve, what do you look for?
Result.
So you mean result. You don't mean a nice handling pigeon.
It's not so easy to select in the hand. I need the results.
So first thing you're looking for, you want to see the results.
Yes.
Now, if you see the results on a pigeon and it excites you, then you handle the pigeon. If you don't like how the pigeon is built, what do you then say?
I don't like a pigeon with stress. That's not for me. When they are always stressed, I don't keep. But it's about the venture also.
Right.
I think stressed pigeons have a stressed venture.
Okay.
Most of the time, or they had an accident when they were young with a hawk or
Yes.
with a cat. Everything is possible. But when I enter a loft and the hen is on the eggs and she leaves the eggs because I come, that's not my hen.
That's right. You like tight on the nest.
Yes.
Yes. A hen that flies out of the box is not for you.
No.
So very common sense, that's very small, but I'm the same way. You see that, you go in, the birds all come off, it's not good.
No. And when I bring the yearlings to the racing loft from the old birds, I lock a lot, months and months. But now you saw, they are very calm.
Yes, very, very calm.
They know where they must be. I think it's very important to let the pigeon know that's my position there.
Okay.
They must fight for that position if necessary.
Yes. Makes sense. The pigeons are always showing you things. So even when you bring a new pigeon in, you see right away how it reacts in your loft.
Yes. I told you when we were talking in the loft, I bought some good pigeons, 3 from a good venture, but one of them was very stressful when it entered my loft. 1 week later it was gone. I did not keep, and it had good results, and I paid good money.
So they have to follow what you like, or you're going to move them on.
Yes, a little bit.
Yes, you're not afraid to. You have confidence in your selection. I mean, you have been selecting for quite a few years, so you know what you're looking for, and the proof is in the basket, eh?
It's the same with the health. Now you saw my babies, about 70, about 70, yes, from 40 pairs. It was a good breed. I killed 2. One of that 2 was a baby from a very good hen, but it was not good built. I was thinking, bye-bye. I don't spend time in you. And I will not, when they are very healthy, I think, for my eye. When one of them becomes sick, I say bye-bye to that pigeon. I will not give the medicine to that 70.
You remove the one.
That one must go.
And then you watch the rest.
Yes, for sure.
Yes.
And when they are sick and when they need, I give what they need.
Yes. But if you see one that's not right, you remove from the loft.
And when you do that 5 years, you have a family without problems with the health, I think.
Yeah, the level goes up.
The health level also goes up, yes.
Yeah, health, the performance, everything goes up because you're judging the same way. If the pigeons don't respond in the races, or you lose them in training or around the loft, you're eliminating the parents. You eliminate.
Yes.
You eliminate.
When I lose a lot of youngsters from one pair, that pair must go.
So if you, and this is just a small question, you have a pair that you breed, let's say, 6 babies from in a season.
Yes.
Before the first race, out of the 6 babies, before the first race, you have 3 left. Well, you lost 1 to sickness, you lost 2 training or off the roof, and now you have 3 left. You're already thinking inside of you, you're not very happy.
No.
And then you go to the races, you lose another one, you lose another one, and 1 just finishes. Bye-bye. And that's in 1 season.
Yeah, that's not for the future, that couple. It's over.
It's over. You hear it right here. Luc van der Plat, how he selects the pigeons, you see it. This isn't made up. It's very common sense. He's very, very strict. Sensible, but strict. They have to earn their place right here on this beautiful property. Beautiful lofts. Inside you see the man, how he forms and designs the ultimate racing pigeon. Luc, this has been a pleasure. I want to thank you. I don't want to take too much of your time. I wanted to make this small and sweet. I always say end on a high note, and this to me was super.
I have to thank you also. You are a very enthusiastic man.
Hey, you brought it out in me. Your pigeons and you, again, excellent. Absolutely superb pigeons. Thank you for this time.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Yeah.